No worries. Let's jump into some football, Brett. Talk about the NFL, and I'm gonna just jump right into the Thursday night game because that's what really has my eye is this Packers Cardinals game that was supposed to be a very interesting, very intriguing, high profile Thursday night game that we were going to get between two playoff teams. But what we're getting from the Packers is a bunch of COVID positive tests popping up. We've seen Devonte Adams was someone that was on that list. There was a Packers coach that tested positive earlier in the weekend, I think. I saw something about Alan Lazard potentially testing positive today as well. The Packers are still having all of these potential potentially outs, potentially going to be playing. Too much is up in the air in terms of guys that need to test negative twice in a row and all that stuff because they're in advanced protocol with these players that have COVID in their area. So I'm just going to take Cardinals minus 6.5 here. The undefeated team at 7-0. They're the home team. They're going to be without J.J. Watt, who has a shoulder injury, is going to take the short week off. But I really like what I've seen from this Cardinals offense. And if they get this win, Brett, they're a half game away from covering the over that I took on them in the beginning of the season. People thought they were just going to win 8.5 games. I've been riding this team all season long. I'm going to ride with them again. Cardinals minus 6.5.
You have been riding with them. Just to fill you in on the injuries, Lazard will be out. He's not vaxxed, so he cannot play. Devonte Adams, on the other hand, we do not know at this point of our recording because he still had the opportunity to have two negative COVID tests within 24 hours of each other or something of that nature because he is vaxxed. So
Yes.
that is the update for you there, Higgins. Marquez Valdez-Scantling also expected to be activated off the IR for this game for Aaron Rodgers. So at least I guess wouldn't call them great reinforcements, but some reinforcements are on its way. So that's decent for the Packers. Also, Higgins, just gonna throw this out there. Aaron Rodgers has not lost a game that Devonte Adams has not been able to play. So maybe that's a reason to take the other side there, but that could just be an anomaly. Who knows?
Maybe without potentially without Devonte Adams, without Lazard. I mean, they did sign Randall Cobb specifically because Aaron Rodgers wanted Randall Cobb on that team. He has a fantastic relationship with that wide receiver. Hasn't been exploited a ton this year. I mean, Cobb is not the same receiver he necessarily was in his original stint with the Packers, but you never know. With with these guys out, could present some opportunity for this to look like a Packers offense of old potentially.
Yeah, maybe. Just interesting that Aaron Rodgers without Devonte Adams 6-0. So kind
Absolutely.
of crazy. My New York Jets take on the Bengals, Higgins. So just take the Bengals minus 10.5. We don't even need to talk about this one. The Jets suck.
I love that pick mainly because Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase has been a fantastic duo. They were great at LSU and they've proven it potentially might have been wiser to pick the wide receiver than the offensive lineman for Joe Burrow. He got his guy.
Yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase has been unbelievable. I still think I'd probably take the O line, but it has worked out beautifully. Jamar Chase, probably going to break a lot of rookie receiving records this year. He is flying over some of these numbers early in the season. Another big spread, Higgins. The Rams, 14.5 point favorites over the Texans. The Texans on Wednesday trade Mark Ingram to the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Cooks tweets out basically saying this is BS, what the F. And you know what, Higgins? That spells a lot of trouble for me in that locker room. I don't think they're going to be very emotionally invested in the last game before the trade deadline in Houston. Give me the Rams minus 14.5.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, Mark Ingram, I'm happy for him going back to the Saints. That sounds like a great reunion that's going to be there. So that's going to be interesting to watch, but I understand why Brandon Cooks is upset about that, and I would understand a lot of hesitation and playing for personal safety and not necessarily for that extra yard by the Texans. So yeah, minus 14 and a half. It might not bother me that that hook is on there. I might not buy down to the 14 even.
There you go. Yeah, I
I'm not
just
going to ride with you for the pillars though. I'll say that.
thank you, thank you. I was like, do I need to forfeit this pick? Is Higgins jumping on?
No, I'm not going to jump on because of the pillars, but I like the pick. I like the pick. I try to stay away from double digit lines in the NFL more often than not, anyways.
Oh
Though.
yeah, I would never recommend hopping on them, but I mean these two. I mean the Jets are not winning this football game. Yeah, Mike White could be anyone.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. I have a game that I have a similar feeling on that, Brett. The New England Patriots, they travel west to go off and face against the Los Angeles Chargers. And I don't really see the Patriots having a chance in this game. They may be 2-0 on the road so far this season, but traveling west for a 1 p.m. Pacific time game to go face off against Justin Herbert, who has just been in the groove with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler and Jared Cook and everything with that offense. That Chargers offense is looking great. I understand they got a few players that are going to be potentially questionable. They've got some injuries that are popping up on both sides, but this line sitting at less than a touchdown, the Chargers at -5 right now. I really like that because I wouldn't be surprised if it is ending up getting closer to a -6 or -7 by Sunday. I'm grabbing the -5 at -115, so it seems like it's already shaking out to get to having a hook on it soon.
Yeah, it's definitely trending in that direction. New England has beaten the Jets twice and the Houston Texans for their 3 wins. So I think it's safe to say they play, better than bad teams and not as good teams.
And the Patriots, they're 3-4 in real life. They're 3-4 against the spread. Chargers, they're 4-2 in real life, 4-2 against the spread. So both these teams, when they win, they cover. So hopefully, I don't see the Patriots having a chance with it. As long as the Chargers win, I think they'll cover. I think they'll win by over a touchdown. One last game I want to talk about, Brett. It's actually the night game on Sunday. Cowboys in Minnesota facing off against the Vikings. And right now, as of Wednesday night in Oregon, the Cowboys are only -2.5 point favorites. And I don't understand why. And honestly, it looks like it might be hinting towards going to 2 because I'm getting -2.5 at -105. But I'm grabbing it now before the sportsbook wakes up. I don't think this is a field goal game, Brett. I mean, the Cowboys' offense has looked really good with Dak and Zeke and CD. CD Lamb is everything I feared he would be for a wide receiver for that Cowboys offense as a Giants fan. But I don't see this Vikings offense keeping up with this Cowboys offense. So -2.5, I just don't see it being that close. I think the Cowboys are going to end up running away with this one.
Yeah, you said this is a night game, Higgins, I believe. So
Sunday night.
So yeah, I would expect Kirk Cousins to regress to primetime Kirk Cousins, and I think you're probably on the right side there. If this was a noon kick, a 1 o'clock kick, Higgins, you might be in some trouble.
Yeah, Kirk doesn't always like those primetime games. You're very right. You're very right on that. Very, very right. Yeah, I think this is going to be a game that, I mean, maybe the book is setting me up for a trap, but I don't see the Vikings coming out of this with a win. I think the Cowboys are going to get to 6-1. Cowboys are running away with this NFC East.
Yeah, Cowboys are definitely the team to beat in the NFC East for sure, no doubt about it.